Hi, my beautiful loves. How are you doing? It's just such an interesting period to be in this world at this moment. We're like sort of in the end of the eclipse window period. So there was a lot of shakeups that happened last week, just on a collective scale, um, which I know can feel like it's like a lot. Um, and it is a lot, my loves, depending on what has happened at the collective, but also personally. But remembering that the eclipse energy shakes things up, and we had Uranus in the mix. And even though now, and I'm not to take away from the impact of it and the potential severity and the shock value of it in your world, but when this happens, and once you're able to settle in to what has happened, there is a beautiful opportunity we have to rebuild and recreate and align it more with our soul essence. Even on a collective space, we have the ability to rebuild. We can really see this vision of what the future can look like, and we can now take steps to laying a foundation for that. And so it's just a way, like, when I was hearing a lot of stuff that happened, I was just like, yeah, it's a lot. And it's really feel your feelings in it, feel the emotions, feel the sadness, feel the anger, feel the like, what the hell? But recognize that once it settles, you have this opportunity to envision a better way of doing it, a more coherent way with self of doing it. You can build back with that. But we're still in this really, I want to say, icky energy. Someone on the channel I was watching said it's quite soupy, which it's a bit like we're in this sludge of water, if you want to think that. We have a lot of water energy swirling this week, my loves, and that's what I thought I'd just come in and chat and make you aware of it. So if you're feeling this, then you can also understand that this is how to work with the energy and help yourselves through it. So we have Jupiter's retrograde back into Pisces, but it's the last degrees, my love, of Pisces. And whenever planets at the last degrees, it really just amplifies that sign. And so it's 29, 28 for the next few weeks. So really the Pisces of that subconscious collective, the consciousness of us needing to reshift and go into that and almost bring up illumination, but it can feel really like psychically, you can feel like perhaps there's just nothing, or there's so much information coming through, but it's just, we're upgrading on a collective consciousness. You're being given this opportunity to tap deep into your subconscious, and we still have the last week of Scorpio. And so we're really being asked to dive into these waters and see what needs to come up for us, allowing it to come up. But it can feel, because we've been here for so long, that you're like, how much more do I need to go into this space, my loves? And why it's really going to feel like that this week is today, the 15th of November. We have the sun is speaking to Neptune in Pisces, sun in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces. We have Venus connecting to Jupiter. Venus is still in Scorpio, Jupiter's in Pisces. We have, I'm just going to give you a overview of, the transits. We have Mars and Neptune. They're in a conversation on the 19th of November. And then we also have the sun speaking to Jupiter on the 21st of November. So it's that lot of that water energy, a lot of different parts of us being activated, being asked to go in. And obviously Jupiter's the expansiveness of it. So Venus, we're looking at our values, our financial system. Mercury is the communication. Mars, we're in retrograde, and that's that willpower, but both Mars and Neptune are retrograde. So it's a very sort of like floaty energy. But anyway, so all of this can feel like you're just in this, like, I just see this churn of water, and you're like, oh my gosh, how much more can I still be here? But there is hope, my love. There is wonderful hope, because we are going to have the signs, the planets changing signs. So we have Venus moving into Sagittarius tomorrow, 16th. We have Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 17th. And then the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 22nd. And so for me, it feels like while we're in this depth, they're sort of bringing this light, this hope. So there's almost this, the light at the end of a tunnel type, like feeling that's going to come through, my loves. So really allow that to come into Sagittarius, brings us hope. It's a bit of, it's like, you know, it's the optimist, it's the traveler, it's exuberant. It's just really like that, what's new. So it's almost like we're in this space. So be in this space, my loves. Honor the body, honor the rest if you need it. Journaling is really powerful. This morning I did shaking just to release whatever's stuck in the body. But know that we're going to come into the Sagittarius energy, and we're going to, like, this fire energy is going to come in and really spark in this, like, oh, this is what we can start creating, you know, bringing that hope into the space. And so I just, I wanted to pop in with that and say that it's going to feel a bit like this. And also just remember, we still have Jupiter at this sign around this 28, 29 degrees until the 20th of December. So about another month of that. But we'll start having the flavoring of the other signs when they move, the planets moving into the other signs and getting that sort of energy coming through. But it is a really, yeah, it's a beautiful time to start seeing and like imagining what the visions can be like. Really start feeling into your visions, really feeling what's the hope, and bringing that hope into the space. So if it does feel like it's a lot, and it has been a lot, my loves, really honor that with your emotions, but know that there is sort of a bit of like a breather into the space of the fire energy, the light coming through. And hopefully it will just bring a lot more optimism and hope into people's worlds. So I'm sending you so much love, my beautiful souls. Please take care of yourselves. And even though we're in so much water, always remember to drink a lot of water. It helps to just flush out and let stuff go, which needs to be go. It's a beautiful opportunity to just let go, my loves. Really release what no longer serves you, and honor that in a very sacred space. Sending you lots of love, giant hugs and kisses, and just calmness and gentleness. Bye, my loves.